Okay, so here is a critique of the Hope with Acupuncture website. And one of the first things I'm noticing that it's really confusing. There's a lot of information here. I believe this is your Facebook feed that's flowing on your front page, which is nice to have, but I would actually take this and put this in the column section over here. I would take your coupon here, if it's possible, and put it either up in this section, or if there's any way to get it up in this section bigger, or even as an overlay, click here to view coupon as part of this over here. I don't know that, what would be nice is if your website can automatically show this video, if this can automatically play when people visit the website. One thing I would love to see is, as part of this video here, is a picture of you, which I don't even see anywhere. There's no picture of you on your website that I've come across. And a lot of times practitioners like to really connect with the person that's going to work with them. So if there's a way that you can edit this video and do a little intro into, hi, my name is X and I've been in practice for X, and here's, why I do what I do, and then you could roll into this video over here, I think would be really helpful for better conversions. One thing I want to mention to you, with people who are first-time visitors to your website and first-time people who are going to be trying out acupuncture, one of the biggest things that they're scared of are needles themselves. So having a picture of needles in a person's face and forehead is probably counterintuitive to what you really want to be presenting out there to potential new patients. People are really scared of needles, even though they're tiny, even though we know that they're painless, but you're going to scare away people if they come to your site and start seeing pictures and images of people getting poked and with needles in them. That's not really what they want to see. I would switch these out with pictures of people who are just happy and smiling and maybe on the treatment table, but without the needles so close up in that respect. I'd be curious to see what your views are on here and what your conversion is based upon this video in this respect. So on the front page, I'd love to see, I don't see that you have a blog. I would love to see that you have a blog on your front page over here with a picture about you and the story about you and how you became a practitioner. This is a great story about you, but it doesn't really go into who you are, why you became an acupuncturist, and how you could help people get well and stay healthy. That's something I would definitely add. Also, when I come here, I don't even know what you can treat. So it'd be important in here to list out what your specialties are. It looks like you can just you're doing weight loss. And I would, emphasize that a little bit. And even, if that is your specialty, if that is your niche, then I would really make that more of a point on your website itself as well. I'm not sure what nutrition is at all. If I click on that, it takes me off your site and into somewhere else. So I don't know what your intention is with this. If this is to just to position you as an omnutrition expert, I would put this in a blog post and talk about what omnutrition is and why you do it and why you incorporate it in your practice. Having this logo over here doesn't really do much if it takes people away from your site. I would take that logo along with this logo over here and put them along the bottom, or even along the bottom over here that says, as seen in or sponsored by, in that respect, in using these logos. So yeah, it looks like these are some product and services that you offer in that respect. If they are multi-level products over here, I would definitely not have them on the front page like this. Just because people might get turned off of the fact that you want to sell them on some things. I'm not sure. So I would move these, like I said, in a different location, and even have them put up a blog and have the information about what they are in your blog post. As far as health concepts go, I think it's not sure what this is. This looks like it's a whole different website. And this is confusing to me because it takes me to a whole different site. So I'm not with Hope with acupuncture anymore. I'm on a different site called Health Concepts LLC. If this is a second location that you're working at, then I would just have it have a map here of your different locations and access to those different locations in that respect. I would take all this information. The only thing I would have up on this top would be call to schedule your appointment now and the phone number. And then this information right here, I would put in the column, in this column over here as well. One thing I don't see that you don't have is an opt-in form. So I don't see a way for you to capture new patients, who come to visit your website, so you can potentially market to them and send them content and educational information. So I would definitely have an opt-in form over here. Your schedule. I'd love to, this is great, that you have it linked up to your Facebook page. I would take this, I'm sure this is like an embed code that you can have your web designer take and embed into your website itself. I would like to see this embed code in your website as opposed to having it take me out of your site and into your Facebook page. I don't think that's as appropriate. And as a side note, this image over here is, I think it might be a licensed image, and I would double check that, because if this image is just pulled off of the website or pulled off of the internet somewhere, the people who, because I've been in contact with the people who licensed this image, and if they come across it, they and they'll ask you to cease and desist using it, and then if you don't, they'll eventually come after you with sort of a fine. So if you haven't paid some royalty fees to use this, I would look into that. If not, I would just find a different image in here in that respect. So embed code that information there for you. Let's see, where are we going? Back to your website. So that's the biggest thing. I'd like to see a blog here with pictures of practitioners. I don't see any pictures of any practitioners on the site over here. I want to connect with them. Your patients want to connect with whoever's in your practice. So that's an important thing to have. Move these logos around. Get an opt-in form so when people visit your website, you can exchange an ebook or something like that about health tips or whatever your niche specialty is in exchange for their email address. I would take a schedule button and have some type of a schedule button here, like schedule your first appointment now. And one thing that I don't see is I don't see a, well, I do see that here. I guess this is what this is. It's buy one, get one free. But if there's any way to have this embedded in your site as opposed to taking them out somewhere else, I think would be a lot better for you in that respect as well. So I'd also be curious as to what the statistics are on this, how many people are actually claiming this offer, and what the return on investment is for you. If this is indeed some type of something that you're paying for, you're going to want to make sure that you're getting at least double what you're paying for in return on that. So hopefully that's helpful. If you have any questions or any comments, feel free to post them below this video and I will answer those. All right. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye.